Alright, so here's where we're at. Evie and I went around yesterday making a list of things that we need to do to finish up at the mobile home and some of it our home. So it's an ongoing list. This isn't complete at all, but I'm trying to get refocused because I don't know what to work on right now. We're at a weird standstill, right? Floor is done,
Pretty much.
bedroom's done, everything's done. But in doing that, I've found that there are some things I need to catch up on. One of them is thresholds throughout the house. We have a wood flooring that we installed where we go from the bathroom, no, where we go from the kitchen to the bathroom. Should I say that? They don't like that kitchen and bathroom thing. When we go from the hallway to the bathroom, do we have to say kitchen?
It's not a hallway.
What is it?
Kitchen.
When we go from the galley to the bathroom, there's a transition between tile and wood, and there's a gap there. I need to fill that. At the back door, there's also a large gap where the flooring comes up to the back door and just ends, and we didn't finish that area either. And there's a little expansion gap from the kitchen to the living room. So,
Just 3 spots.
3 spots.
The front door needs something too, under the door.
The front door, we put the flooring pretty tight up to the door, so we just need a little, like, trim. That should cover the gap. Well, we went shopping yesterday to try to complete some of the things on our list, and we got some good stuff. That we'll show you guys later when we're at the mobile home. But the one thing I looked at was thresholds, and I was disappointed by them because they didn't have what I wanted, and they were all kind of expensive. You're spending like 20 bucks or more just for a little thin strip of aluminum. And that's not what I wanted. So I said, I'm going to come home, I'm going to make some thresholds of my own. That's what we're going to be trying to do today. I have a template here. I have a template here. We took some measurements at the mobile home yesterday. We're going to build some floor transitions, hopefully. I'm going to start with the back door threshold, and I found a piece of oak, and I hate to waste a nice piece of expensive solid oak on that, but I think it's going to be the most durable to hold up against any water damage. Those trailer doors, they do get wet.
Yeah.
And if you have the door open, rain's blowing in, so I feel like I should use this. I think we're going to cut it down to length first, because I don't want to waste too much wood if I can save a piece of it. Maybe for something else.
Yeah.
I hope this is the right width. I have it marked on here.
We wrote it down because we wanted to do it right.
Yep. I need it to be 3/8 deep. You know what I need is those gauges that you use to set your tools. There's a set of like metal gauges. They're like different thicknesses.
Oh.
And you can set them like they have half or quarter inch, 3/8 inch, so that you can.
You can make your own out of wood.
Probably. So I'm going to be doing a cutout on the bottom because it has to sit over something. I forget what. There's something on the door. Let's see if this works. Okay, so we start with a groove, and let's cut this out now. So
I think those saw blades should turn off much sooner when you push the button.
yeah,
Because what if you had an emergency and the thing is still spinning forever?
I think that's a good start. You can see we made a groove in the back of the wood. Pretty basic. Now I need another one on this side. This is where it's going to come over the finished flooring. This one's going to be a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. I'm not going to like this, but I'm going to do it. Okay, this is what we have so far. Now, since this is the side that touches the floor, I'm going to round this edge off so that the top edge isn't so sharp, because the sharper it is, the more likely it's going to be beat up and splinter. So if we can round that little edge, soften the transition, it'll look better longer. So because that's so minor, we might be able to just sand it down. I don't know if I can capture it, but I rounded the edge. It's smooth, it's soft. And I was actually going to do an angle on it originally, but I feel like since it's only a 1/4 inch thick, it's not really a toe catcher.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be sloped. Just round over the edge like that should be fine. And I think this is done. All we have to do is finish it now. This is the natural wood, and this is what we have to match it to. It's already naturally pretty close.
Good.
So maybe just a clear finish would blend it in just enough. Alright, first threshold is finished. Let's do the small transition. It's from floor to floor. It's just an expansion gap between the kitchen and the living room. Unfortunately, I don't have any more oak I can use, so we're just going to be switching to pine. I'm going to cut this as thin as I can to make a very small cover for that transition, right? I think before I make it skinny, I'll put some bevels on it. I want to make it I put my blade at a little angle. We ran it through both ways. We ended up with this. Look at that. Actually, it feels pretty strong, but it's definitely thin. I'm going to sand that and see, how I can get it to look. I'm going to make it a little more rounded. Just finished sanding this down. This came out really nice. I can't even show you how good it is. I think it's going to work perfectly. It's nice and thin, plenty strong. If we can color match it to the floor, that would be awesome. I wish we had some stain. I tried to keep it, and it might be barely, but I tried to keep it about a 1/4 inch in the middle, tapering down to about an 1/8 inch on the sides. I'm gonna look forward to seeing how this installs. Well, this last transition, I think I'm just gonna wing it. I'm not really sure how it's gonna come out. This is for the tile to the wood. So I'm gonna put a bevel on the top where it's gonna have one little burn mark in here where I moved the wood a little bit. I don't like that, but otherwise I have my bevel. And I'm going to rip it down to width. Alright, we just finished up the final threshold. Here it is. This one's kind of a unique one because you'll see this fills a space in the floor. Leaves an expansion gap. It goes over the flooring. It'll make sense, but there it is. Pretty simple. We just saved a bunch of money. I mean, if you think about it, these 3 transitions right here represent about at least $60 over that, because I was looking at metal transitions and they were $20 a piece.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good savings just using up scrap. Since I'm on a roll out here, I think I'm going to gather up some more wood for the mobile home. There's some jam extensions that I think I can build or make. I think I'm going to also cut out the closet ceiling. You guys know in the bedroom, we never finished the closet ceiling, and I can get that panel ready. I just went ahead and found some more scrap wood that I was able to rip down and sand and get ready for jam extensions. So we have our back door jam all set. We can put that in the bus. And now I think I just have to make a windowsill for the dining room, which requires a very thin sill. So I have to make it about 3/8 of an inch thick. Well, this one's pretty easy. 2 3/8. And then we go all the way up. Well, we found a piece of scrap that we can use for the closet ceiling. Let's get this cut out. All right, sorry for being in the shade here. I'm trying to stay out of the sun. Today's actually kind of hot. It's very sunny, very warm. So we are working in the shade of our house right now. Just trying to stay out of it, getting done what we can. But it makes it hard for us to capture what we're doing sometimes. But that's the closet ceiling. Perfect. I think before we load that up, I want to get a coat of white paint on it. Do we have the white here?
Might be there.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll bring it over. I actually found enough leftover trim for crown molding for the closets. So that'll be good. Boy, we're just checking everything off on the list without even going to the store. We did everything down here.
Good.
Well, I might regret this. Maybe not, but I found a little sample of some stain that I have. And I'm thinking that it might make this pine look a little closer to this flooring. It's not quite the right color, but let's just try it and we'll hope for the best. Let's get that out of here. I'm not going to put the stain on thick because I don't want it to be too dark. I'm just going to lightly go over it.
Do you want any of these chunks?
No. I guess I'll do the oak too. I'll probably regret it. Hopefully not.
I don't know why you regret it. Not a big deal.
Well, I don't want it to get too dark, you know? No, that makes it look nice though. It's a nice color. I don't think this stain is really good anymore. It feels really separated, but it's doing something. Well guys, we are still cutting. I feel like we've been out here for hours just cutting trim. It's okay, it's got to get done. At least we're not spending money. Now we're trying to wrap it up, but there's one more thing that we have to do. Technically 7 more things. We need corner trim, which is like an outside corner. It's just a little piece of trim that covers it. And I went to the store, we looked at them, and they were like $20 a piece, I think, for the small ones.
I don't remember what those cost.
They were a lot. They were very expensive. I don't know.
Trim is ridiculously expensive, even for like little pieces.
So we're going to try to make our own corner trim too. I have a board that's been sitting around forever, and it's a little over 1 inch thick. I think it'll be perfect for making these trims, but I don't know if it's going to work. So we're going to try
it.
I will tell you, that was tedious. That was a lot of work, a lot of hassle. But I'm glad we did it because
We made them.
we made them. It was a fun challenge and experiment. Here's the corner pieces. See how that works? So we made these ourselves. Ignore that. It's a mess up. We can cut the ends off. These are over length. Let me show you this end. And you can see how that works. And now we can wrap the corners, like outside corners of our walls at the mobile home where the edge of the smart side is showing.
Yep.
And this will just make it look a little more finished. Painted the wall color. We just made 7 of these. We made 6 from that one board that we were ripping. And then we took a 1x2 that we had and made the 7th one. That's how many we needed. And cost us a fraction. Like a little fraction of what it cost to do at the store.
Yeah, and it's just wood that we had laying around
Yes.
that we probably wouldn't have used for anything.
You know, sometimes we have days like these where we are doing a lot of prep work, tedious
Yep.
work, and this kind of work doesn't usually make it into the videos, but this is a big part of the renovation.
It takes a lot of time and thought, planning.
Yes. Shopping, driving,
Yeah.
prepping, painting. You know, usually, even when we paint, we'll show like the first coat. We never show the second coat. That's a whole nother job. So it's kind of, you know, we just wanted to show you guys some of this tedious stuff that we have to do sometimes to get us through. And this isn't done. Most likely I'll have to clean up the inside, the channel. It's not totally perfect. There's some little pieces of wood that I have to clean out with a chisel, but mission accomplished. So we can load these in the bus with all the other trim that we made today and get ready for the mobile home. We're not going to be able to do any work today.
No.
It's just, this is a slow process, but it's good because it gets us to whereas we're closer to finishing the home.
We only have to buy a few more base caps and a few more baseboard. That'll be it for the trim.
Now, before we go to the store and buy the trim, I think we have to use up these panels. You can see we have another stack of the smart side siding in the bus, taking up space, and I don't want to drive all the way back to the store carrying it, so we're going to use those up first. Let me show you where that's going. All right here on our front porch, you guys see that the roof, the ceiling isn't finished. Even though we're trying to focus on the mobile home, we do like to keep working on our house too. And you know, we just recently painted our front porch this new color, did all the window trim. Well, we want to get the ceiling done. So that's what those panels are going to be for. We're going to be doing the same panels on the ceiling so that they match the soffits, because that's what we've been using. So we're going to be installing a new radiant barrier, ceiling, building out the soffits, and hopefully getting this porch wrapped up as soon as we can, because it can't stay like this. We're supposed to have these all done by now and we're slacking. So let's get, you know, then after the ceiling is done, we can take care of these posts, make them look better, and get our railing installed. It's going to be a process and a project. And before we go, I think I would like to finish up the thresholds that we stained earlier. They should be dry enough by now. I'm going to put a clear finish on them and get those ready to go, and then we'll be done. Well, I'm not going to show too much of this process, but I got the first coat of sealer on there. We're letting it dry. It's already half dry right now, but I'm going to let it dry for an hour. This is what I'm using. It's actually a plant-based polyurethane, I believe. It's basically, bio PU resins. I'm not exactly sure what it's made out of or what's in it, but it's plant-based. It's basically a clear finish. And this one is a extra matte natural finish. So I think it's going to go well with the flooring, because the floor in the house has a very matte finish. It's not glossy at all. So I wanted to make sure these weren't glossy. Now I know the color it's not right on from what the floor is. But honestly, I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to finish those up, give that an hour. I'll give it a light sanding, put a second coat on. Hopefully the next time you guys see us, we're at the mobile home installing all of this, and you get to see how this works, how it looks, and hopefully it's all good. And I think that's all we're going to have for tonight. Evie's over here cleaning up some brush, getting some work done on the property. She did a big clean out of this drainage ditch that we made. This is like water, like holding area, so that when it rains heavy, the water has a place to go instead of flooding our property. So we have that. And
Yeah, the grass here was tall.
They'd grown
It
all
was
in.
all in the ditch here.
Because right now it's been really dry. So you can see it's basically empty. A little bit of water down in here.
I like to do this once in a while to keep the trees from not growing, because if you don't do it, they will grow.
Yep.
I had to cut down a lot of trees with the loppers.
So she's cleaning up some of those trees and brush and branches that fall down, getting rid of those. And look at what she did over here. Cleaned up the whole edge of the pond too, making sure it doesn't get overgrown. The cat is right here drinking the water. This is looking good.
Yeah.
All of the property maintenance, I would say, all of this, all the weed whacking, all the mowing, is done by Evie.
Yeah.
She does all of it.
I enjoy it. I like it.
It's something that I don't have to worry about at all. She picks up the woods, she cleans up sticks, she mows, she weed whacks. I don't even think about it.
I do it all.
Yeah. The only time is every once in a great while, I can't even give myself credit, but every once in a great while, I'll grab, we have another weed whacker, and I might trim up some stuff to help.
You haven't done that in a while.
A long time. Yeah, I don't do it often. And I run the equipment if we need to pick up big stuff. Like a
Like clearing out a new area
Yeah.
that we can't do with a
But-
mower or a weed whacker.
But she does a great job. You can see the yard looks pretty nice. That's our willow tree, just so you know. That's not a weed.
There's actually two there. I don't even know where I'm pointing. I can't see.
Over here somewhere. We didn't get done a whole lot today, but we still got done more than I expected, I guess I can say.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. I'm going to go in and take care of some things. And then I'll be back out to finish up that trim, get it all in the bus. It's nonstop. We'll be back soon with another video. So until next time, take care.
Bye.